A lot of people have been complaining about this. And what is this exactly? Well, the new Marvel Avengers game, Solidarity 3, it looks okay. I mean, I kind of like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, 3 on the Switch. That game is fun. Um, but this, I don't know. I don't know if it really interests me. But a lot of people have complained about it because only on the PlayStation 4/5, probably PlayStation 5. I don't think PlayStation 4 at this point. It's going to have the exclusive Spider-Man character. Xbox, PC, go somewhere else. And a lot of people are complaining about that. And we're gonna read through this article and see what I think about it. So, Square Enix Avengers games will arrive this fall and it will bring back console exclusive content in a big way. The company announced that the PlayStation game players will get exclusive access to play Spider-Man character sometime in 2021. Frankly, that sucks. It's not clear whether Sony paid Square Enix extra for this exclusive character or simply an intention of movie rights that Sony has long since held to the character. But the fact that PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 owners will get access to a major piece of content for the upcoming game that players on Xbox, PC, or Stadia want. Who remembers Google Stadia? I don't. That game, that come and gone. Platform exclusive content and third-party releases has been a frustrating aspect of games industry for years, with both Sony and Microsoft shelling for out for the exclusive levels are early access in games like Call of Duty, Destiny 2, or Control. But since cross-play between Sony, Microsoft, and PC platform for games that access on all three platforms has stated to become a norm, the fad of getting off pieces of content to the owners to the right console has been falling out of favor, or at least until the latest resurgence. What makes it particularly frustrating is that the different playable heroes are a key part of Marvel Avengers, with the specific hero you play and the role in a four-player team having major impacts on gameplay. Marvel Avengers is set to launch with 6 playable characters: Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, and Ms. Marvel, with the promise of additional characters like the recent announced Hawkeye to be added in the game in future for the free. Each character has their own loophole, skill style, combat style, and traverse methods that set them apart. Imagine if Diablo or Destiny had an extra class that was available on Xbox and PC. That was roughly the level of what PlayStation owners are getting here. As frustrating as exclusive content is, it does make sense given Sony's current strategy for the PlayStation brand as a whole, which has focused on PlayStation exclusive games that simply aren't available anywhere else. Continue to push that platform advantage through DLC, especially with a character like Spider-Man that's so tightly tied to Sony as a company, makes perfect sense, for Sony at least. Marvel Avengers is set to release September the 4th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia, not for the Switch. Next generation versions for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are planned later for this year. So it is planned for PlayStation 4 and stuff. And then we can read the comments. Oh, sweet. I love anti-consumer business practices. Um, these comments, though. Because of COVID. All these analogies are pretty crap. It all sticks with a car thing if GM or partner okay. How does Sony manage to sell TV, Blu-rays, and phones? No superhero exclusive there, just decent hardware and some software. They didn't take Spider-Man out of the Avengers movie and watch it wrong. I can see where people coming through this. In Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Spider-Man is there. Um, he is he is there in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and that was exclusive for the Switch. This game is exclusive for the Switch. Okay, this game is nowhere else. So just think about that for a second. This game has been out for a while, exclusively for the Switch, and it's still exclusive to the Switch. Good game, honestly. To go out with a third-party exclusive here, but at the same time, it has Spider-Man in it. It wasn't like there was a copy of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, and then Nintendo Switch only gets a Spider-Man, and why everybody else does it. That it's good to have exclusives like that to sell off your games. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have exclusives, but exclusive content for a particular game, I am not a big fan of, to be honest, because you're selling out other people when you're a gaming company, you gotta make exclusives for your own. It should be exclusive content for this and this, like like Crash Bandicoot. Nothing has changed. Still the same game, except downgraded graphics. Of course, and it's just like there's no new added content here that was it's still the same game. You know, nothing that was taken out or added just because it was on a Switch. Same Crash Nitro, Lego Harry Potter, the Final Fantasy games, the Resident Evil games. They're the same. But with the exclusive, you have IPs that you have. Sony, they have the Spider-Man IP. That is understandable if that's what they're doing. That is understandable on their side. They do have the God of War. They have Last of Us. They have Horizon Zero Dawn and other franchises that are exclusive only on the PlayStation. And like the comment, they do sell some software and hardware, Blu-rays and all that stuff. So that is another thing. And it looks like Microsoft is not even focusing on consoles. It looks like they're probably focusing more on Xbox Pass. That's why I was hearing rumors of that coming to the Switch. But I can see this actually being a big complaint. Because I don't know if it will be added later to the Avengers. It could be a year exclusive. It could be that. Which I don't know if it is going to be a yearly exclusive. Like, I see people complaining about it. Like for me, when I was looking at this game and watching trailers, I mean, it didn't really interest me. Like, if they have to originally voice act him, then maybe. But it's just, it looks weird. The combat looks weird. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. So, But, it could be a yearly exclusive. Like, it may be like with this, so as long as Square is not charging for the same platform for other with less content. Like with Xbox and PC, they should be lower than the PSP. That's the least understandable. Right there, this comment right here. That is actually really understandable. But I see where the complaint is. I mean, granted, Sony owns Spider-Man. And the Spider-Man game for the PS4 looks amazing. Not gonna lie, that Spider-Man game looks really freaking amazing. People say it's the best Spider-Man game ever. And that was developed by Insomniac. which they're the same creators for Ratchet and Clank, and that's only exclusives. So that's an exclusive company right there. The other Spider-Man games, I don't think they will work. With the Amazing Spider-Man games, I heard that they wasn't that great. Um, the last real movie game that Spider-Man movie game that really worked great was the Spider-Man 2. Like back in the day. They haven't made the new Spider-Man games for the movies. Um, but it could be a yearly exclusive. I mean, Soul Calibur 2 has console restricted characters as well. In the GameCube, they had Zelda. In the PlayStation 2, they didn't. And that's because Zelda is their IP. And that's the thing. It's an IP. So it's understandable from their consent. But since Spider-Man has been most platforms, I think it will be only fair for it to be like a yearly exclusive. Maybe. Or a timely exclusive thing. But like I said, I don't really care for a Marvel Avengers game that's coming out. Like, it doesn't really interest me. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. I just can't put my tongue on it. It's very different from Ultimate Alliance, which I grew up with those games back in the day, and loved them. Even though they wasn't exclusive until the third one, which kind of sucks. I hope that soon maybe it will come to other platforms so that y'all can play with it too, because I think everybody should at least play it. It is a really, really fun game. Include the just upgrade the graphics, it will look like heck of fun. I mean, they have Ultimate Alliance 2 for like every console that was imagined back then. So I don't know if this is exclusive, and I don't know if that's going to be exclusive. It just comes down to exclusives and IPs, which is, understandable. They do own the Spider-Man, whether it's their movies and stuff like that. So, well, what do y'all say about this? Are y'all upset with this? Are y'all in the mix with this? Or do y'all not care for the game? I mean, it does suck that there is exclusive and that is the thing, but that's how to sell, is have exclusives, and that's how it should work. So, tell me what your thoughts in the comments. If there is a particular game of news that you would like me to discuss, comment that also down below. Also, if you want to come on these, my voice, okay. If you want to come on these, comment that down below and let me know. Till then, I'll see you guys and girls in the next game of news.